It is going to be hellfire. They have a lot to prove. These guys are competitors. We've also got two of the top 5 ladies in the world.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Brisson, a newcomer who has set fire to the sport. And she's arm wrestling a lady who has a claim to being the GOAT of the ladies' sport. Gabriela Vasconcelos is here to stamp her authority. I cannot wait.
I've missed that term from you, hellfire. I love that term. Let's go to the next 5 here, 6 through 10, and we start out with, as the kids would say, an absolute banger in our 6th match of the night.
Devon Larratt is different. He's carried the sport of arm wrestling to a new dimension. And in doing so, he's overcome the best in the world. One man had the audacity to push him very, very close on what he describes as the party arm, the left arm. He took that as a personal insult, and tonight he's going to try to right that wrong. A few Larratt fans said that he took it easy early. Well, not again. Once bitten, twice shy. Tonight he's coming to redress the balance and to make sure that everybody is in no doubt who's the man here in Loveland, Colorado.
Yeah, and he is the man globally, the biggest name, the best arm wrestler on the planet is Devon Larratt. And the 3rd member of our crew, they call him Coach Ray. Ray LaPinch is with us, and Ray is with Devon's son, Auden, right now for a little more insight inside of Camp Larratt.
I'm here with a prodigy, Auden Larratt. Big match, big rematch. First question, how did your father feel after the first match versus Alex Kudecha?
I mean, he felt great, obviously, but he was unsatisfied with the win. As everybody knows, there were some issues with the reffing. No fault to anyone, there were just mistakes, but this time he's coming in to be definitive and get the win.
So he said in this preparation he didn't lift weights. He just arm wrestled with a lot of people using 2 hands. He was using 1, they were using 2. Is that true?
It is true. It's a new idea, but it seems like it's working. He's stronger than I've ever personally felt, so he's definitely bringing his best.
So with left arm being such a tough match last time, I feel like those are the matches Devon wants. He wants to be tested.
Oh yeah, nobody comes to a match for an easy match. Everybody wants a test, and he's no different. Alex Kudecha is definitely a test. He's a giant of a man, and it's going to be a very good match, I think.
With right arm, he was preparing for a different opponent, Vitaly Letin. Is that mentally good that he came in this Vitaly shape? Or do you think he's going to take Alex lightly?
No, I don't think there's anything he's taking lightly. He's ready for Vitaly, so he's good. He's very, very good. I think for Alex to do anything with him right, it's going to take something special.
Thank you, Auden. We go back to the commentary booth. Neil Pickup, Ben Holden.
All right, thanks so much, Ray. And it's only a matter of time, you got to figure, before we see that young man down there in the pit competing, but we'll let that kind of come together naturally and organically. Let's move on to another one of the pro matches that I think anyone that follows this sport has got to be pumped for. Todd Hutchins going against Easy Money, you nicknamed him, Dave Chafee. Let's start with Todd. He's on a bit of a revenge tour, isn't he?
He really is. Todd Hutchins is the reigning champion of the world, but in the middleweight division.
Right.
What's most interesting here is that Todzilla, as you say, has been on some kind of revenge tour where he's traveling the world righting wrongs. Anyone that has defeated this man, Yevgeny Prudnik, who you're seeing there, this is what happened in the rematch. Todzilla takes control and he puts down the hammer. This man is all about top-end strength. He loves to make this blunt force trauma. And tonight, he gets the opportunity to do so against Dave Chafee.
And Dave Chafee is the great Pantera song, a vulgar display of power. He can put that on. But this is a new version of Dave. This is older video. Dave is as lean and mean, I think, as he's ever looked. Would you agree?
I really would. We're seeing Dave Chafee here in his native super heavyweight division.
Yep.
That's not the man we're going to see tonight. He's a lean, trim, slim, pretty sexy version of himself. And he is wildly strong. Claims that he's not lost any power at all. He's not going to need to have, because the man he's facing will not try and get around him, will not try and beat him with technique. He will try to batter him.
Todd Hutchins has never beaten Dave Chafee. We'll see if that trend changes or stays the same here tonight. On the women's side, got two of the best women in the world here, easily top 5. One of them is top 1 in the world. Let's talk about Jocelyn Brisson first, though.
Gabi Vasconcelos is arguably the GOAT.
Yep.
A new challenger has arisen in Jocelyn Brisson. This lady from Canada is confident, powerful, big and super strong. She's got a long forearm, a powerful dominant wrist and hand, and she genuinely believes that she can take out Gabriela Vasconcelos.
Gabby's got nearly 30 World Championship wins under her belt. I believe the number is 28. What makes her tick? What makes her so good, Neil?
So many things. She is the complete package, as so many of the top arm wrestlers are. This girl is fast. She's aggressive. She's brutally powerful. And as you said a moment ago, another weapon in her arsenal, she's incredibly experienced.
Yeah.
And I think that she sees that as a primary weapon tonight in overturning this challenger.
All right, we are here as part of the Shaw Classic. The Strongman competition started today, really gets going Saturday and Sunday. You can go to theshawclassic.com for that. We're also streaming on there tonight as well as on evwsports.com all around the planet. Let's talk about some of these strongmen. We've got the two icons of strongman, Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall. Let's get a thought from you on what it means to have them here as a part of this card.
It is truly phenomenal to see the very best, the elite of the elite in strength come into arm wrestling. If you look at Brian Shaw, this man loves a challenge. He is going to get one from Filthy Power, Brandon Allen. This man's been in arm wrestling for a significant period of time. And Brandon Allen is a man that squatted 1,000 pounds. He is a walking banana skin tonight for Brian Shaw, and Shaw knows it. Larry Wheels famously got involved in the game of Iron Arms. This is the man that derailed the hype train. And believe me, he's here in the Blue Arena to try to do exactly the same. Larry Wheels came in powerful. Brian Shaw is otherworldly powerful.
But if you're Brandon Allen, I mean, you can't rain on the parade here, right? This is Brian's event. Brian's going to win this match. Where do you see it? How do you see it for him?
Brian Shaw is the epitome of strength.
Yep.
When you talk about someone who should be good at arm wrestling, enter Brian Shaw. This man has height. He's got unbelievable strength. Very few human beings can ever claim to have been as strong as Brian Shaw. But perhaps more important is his diligence, his professionalism, and the amount of competitive, never say die attitude that this man has. He is 100% focused on making his name in a new sport. And tonight, he starts with Brandon Allen.
Well, you just saw in that video clip, two of them, I don't know who the other two guys would be on the Mount Rushmore of strongmen, but clearly Brian and Eddie Hall are on it. Let's talk about Eddie Hall. You've worked with Eddie, you've known him a long time. What's the book on him in terms of this sport of arm wrestling?
Eddie Hall is a man's man. They call him the Beast, and with very good reason. Riding fast motorcycles, fighting, lifting the heaviest things he can possibly find, and now ripping arms off.
Yeah.
He enjoys what he does when he comes to the arm wrestling table. And whilst he's not fully committed in the level that Brian Shaw is, make no mistake about it, he's working hard behind closed doors, and he is looking to come here tonight and smash Robert Oberst.
One thing's clear, none of these men like to lose, and that's no different for Eddie Hall, who's one of the most accomplished athletes in any sport on the planet. Let's get down to Ray for a little bit more insight on the man he will pull tonight. That's Robert Oberst. Ray?
Robert Oberst was the dark horse coming into this competition. After a sit-down interview with him, I learned how much work he has put into arm wrestling training and preparation with this. He started with Alan Fisher, and then I saw some videos, and he does have a little bit of Alan Fisher in his arm wrestling. He said he put in so much work that he has never felt pain like that in his arm ever. He started from having one training session a week, just pulling, to up to 3 pulling sessions plus weight training. He said he didn't overdo it. He stopped right in time, about 14 days out, and he said about 2 days ago he was in tip-top shape, his elbows felt great, he was ready to go. And if we learn something in arm wrestling, that there's a big correlation with the size of your head and your arm wrestling ability. So Robert has all those things. Back to you, Neil and Ben.
All right, thanks. That was a little reference from Ray on the fun they had at the presser yesterday with the big, literally one of those big hats they passed around, kind of poking at Robert. But as we put a bow here on the pre-show, we're going to get a look at the 10 matches that are on the card tonight. We talked about these first ones and how this is all going to start with Brown going against Smith. What's front and center with you right now as we're minutes away from starting this event?
You look at the card, and we've got international talent that is on the rise in the sport. Richard Bornemann versus Pavlo Durbadenyev is a real standout match. A rising star from South Africa, based in Australia. Bornemann is looking to keep on his incredible run in the sport. Right after that, we have a battle of giants as Philip Larsson will try to tame the wild horse, Matt Mask. That is an incredibly explosive match. Fasten up your chin straps.
The big Swede going against the big rangy Canadian from Red Deer, Alberta, Matt Mask. That'll be fun. Now we look at the second five, and it starts with an absolute banger, starting out with Kurdecha and Devon Larratt. Once again, they met in 18, the 18 edition back in Chicago in June. What are you expecting here tonight?
I'm expecting a very different mindset from Devon Larratt. I know that he wants to really put a bow on this tonight and make sure there are no further questions. But if you're Alex Kurdecha, you smelt blood in the water in that last match. And I'm sure that the giant Paul is coming here to try to upset the apple cart. If you look at this card top to bottom, it is absolutely littered with talent and explosive matches. Tonight, this thing is going to be just venom from start to finish, and I am bristling.
Let's go. It's going to be as hot as what this guy's wearing over here as we'll come back out on camera here. And the great Neil pickup. Great to be back with Neil and all of our crew here. We're excited to get going. We're on evwsports.com. You can get the pay-per-view on there anywhere on the planet. You can also go to the ShawClassic.com. That's Brian Shaw's website. You can get on there and watch it as well. And we're looking to kick this thing off here at 6:30 Mountain Time. Any last thought from you, or are we good?
We are here in the Blue Arena, and we can feel the intensity coming up off that stage. Only 10 minutes away, our athletes are going to be backstage. They're going to be a little nervous, but I know they're excited to do this thing. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited to watch it. I bet you are too.
Yes, sir. We'll get it going at the bottom of the hour right here from Loveland, Colorado. It's East versus West 19 coming up in just a few minutes.